The news summary for this Thursday evening. Good evening. The Anti-Corruption Commission of Seychelles has described the year 2021 as a landmark year concerning the prosecution of persons suspected of corruption. Speaking on World Anti-Corruption Day today, the Commissioner of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Medu Silva, says more cases of this nature will soon be brought to court. She says this year their focus has been on advancing prevention through education in several institutions and ministries, and next year they will continue with this program.
I think this year has been a landmark year for ACCS. I mean, it's historical in a way that we have now produced. We're starting to bring the cases to court, and in particular, some high-profile cases we had that's been out there, and we've shown that we can deliver, and that we have been working behind the scenes, and that we are able, with the assistance of our foreign partners, in particular the EU and the UK government, the Australian government, and the Commonwealth. ACCS has been continuing its work in investigating cases, so this is not the end of our work in investigating the cases we were working on previously. The work continues and the investigation continues, and we will be bringing more cases to the fore for prosecution. So this doesn't stop the work and the investigation that we are currently doing.
And the European Union, in a message on World Anti-Corruption Day, has said that this year Seychelles celebrates this day with historical breakthrough as prosecution of persons suspected of corruption practices unfolds. The ambassador of the European Union to Seychelles, Vincent de Gert, says that the EU is extremely pleased with the recent advancement of investigations carried out by the Anti-Corruption Commission, even more so as the EU has been providing technical assistance to the ACCS to boost its investigative capacities. He says the EU commends the Seychelles authorities on the priority given not only to fight against corruption, but to good governance in general. The Domestic Violence Act, which was assented last year by former President Danny Faure, is yet to be implemented. Today, still within the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, the Family Department, along with their partners, such as the Office of the Attorney General and civil society, met in a workshop. The workshop was aimed at having a report over all the stakeholders' role in the implementation of the Act. The expected outcome of the workshop is to set a date for the implementation of the Domestic Violence Act. A group of around 80 PUC workers gathered at the Maison de Malavoie building and refused to work this morning. They were demanding an explanation in regards to the payment of the end-of-year bonus.
The workers were previously informed through an email that the management will hold any decision regarding bonus payment until the Cabinet of Ministers takes a stance on the matter. The strike was a brief one, as the management was quickly to react. After resuming work, two representatives of the workers, as well as representatives from the Seychelles Workers' Union, met with the CEO and other top management officers to discuss the issue. The workers were asked to wait until the Cabinet of Ministers meet Wednesday next week to get a final decision, as stated in the previous email. After hearing the explanations, they agreed to those terms and is now eagerly awaiting the outcome.
State-owned enterprises which had planned to pay an end-of-year bonus have been told to wait for a Cabinet of Ministers decision. The Public Enterprises Monitoring Commission, PEMC, has been asked by Cabinet to analyze the performance and financial situation of those enterprises and make recommendations. This issue has come out during the debate on next year's budget for PEMC after it issued a circular to the enterprises stating the Cabinet's request. And PUC decided to inform its staff about the request. A copy of both PEMC's circular and PUC's email to its staff were posted on social media, and members of United Seychelles sought clarifications from the finance minister and PMC's Chief Executive Officer. People are being advised to take extra precautions on the roads as the country has been experiencing heavy rains since yesterday. Visibility, in particular on the La Misère and Sanssouci roads, is poor. People are being urged to take more precautions as there could be fogs and landslides. The Seychelles Meteorological Authority has said that the rains that the country is experiencing is normal as the country has now entered the rainy season. The authorities says that in fact this year's rainy season started a bit later. The Ministry of Health continues to register community transmission of COVID-19 in all districts of Seychelles. According to the Health Department, presently there are 383 active cases in the country and the 7-day rolling average is 28. While the recent trend has been encouraging, the risk of sudden resurgence of cases is a real threat, especially with the emergence of new variants in the world. All other public health and social measures remain with the festive season approaching the Department of Health has called on the population to respect these measures consistently to help control the epidemic. This was the 7 p.m. news. Good evening.